Morning. I don't know if you hear my voice yet, but grand rising and good morning, transforming love community, family and friends. Grand rising and good morning. Ooh, it's a lovely day. I don't know if you've been outside, but God has created such a wonderful morning for us this morning, and I'm so glad that you chose to be with us this morning. Good morning. I am so honored to be here with you this morning. We are going to have some fun. We are going to learn a little bit. And I want you to participate in all of this that's going on this morning. Good morning, Joanna. Good morning. How you doing, Las Vegas? I know all is well out there. You is holding it down, okay? Reverend Nikki, good morning. Good morning. Dr. Anita, Dr. C, how are you? How are you? Oh, Audra, grand rising to you. Keep on doing good things. I see you. I see you. Yes, yes. Ooh, good morning, T.L. Davis. How are you? Oh, I'm just loving this. Okay, my Drew, you know I'm sending you much light and love. Okay. Yeah, I'm sending you a big hug as well. Morning, grand rising to you. Spencer, Dr. Reverend Spencer Murray, you see me? You see me? Do you see me, Reverend Doctor? All right. My Franny, good morning. Good morning, grand rising. Ah, Divine Della, so glad that you joined us this morning. I'm so glad that, and the fabulous Fabu. Ooh, can I just say something? Hi, Lashonda. Can I tell you, LaHonda, okay, LaHonda Brown, welcome. Hello. Can I just say how much I love my TLC family? I just want to say that. Okay, that's all I want to say. Because love speaks for itself. And that's all I want to say. Hey, doctor, how are you and mama doing? All right. Good morning, Rainey. Good morning. I just want to, I see you seeing me, Reverend Dr. Spencer Murray. Welcome, once again, welcome to Transforming Love Community Sunday service. I just want to say to the heavens and the universe that I thank God for a spirit known as Reverend Shahira Stevens. And I always say that no matter where she is or what she is doing, the hand of God is upon her for sure. Hey, Della, you know it's coming. So we got a few announcements for you this morning. I just want to let you know that we are in the realm of spirit already. Look, this year is flying by. So, whatever you need to do, you better be about the business of doing it. So, plug into the power of prayer all week this week, Monday through Friday, with the faith keepers as we enter into the realm of spirit. This is the month of understanding, and of course, tomorrow we will be doing Soap Monday. All right. So join us tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday for In the Realm of Spirit. And let me tell you what else. We've got a whole month of magnificence for you this month. Next week, we're going to see Reverend Tia Littlejohn, Dr. Reverend Shahir Stevens, Reverend Royce Thomason, and Reverend Dr. Spencer Murray. All right, so it's a jam-packed month of understanding, and understanding. So come and join us on Sunday mornings. It's a live celebration. Behold the beam within. Reverend Tia Little John. You know I want to say Tia Taylor because it just rolls off of my tongue like that. But I know that, guess what? She will answer to anyone. But join us next week for Reverend Tia Taylor as she delivers the message. Ooh, I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you, God. Sometimes that's all you really need to do is just give thanks. I give thanks for the breath. I give thanks for the air and the sun and the birds that I'm hearing. I give thanks. I give thanks to the fact that if you are hearing my voice, how blessed you are this morning. I just want to give thanks. If all I say is thank you for the rest of my life, that prayer would be enough. So I thank you. I thank you. I thank everyone within the sound of my voice for making a choice to be here this morning. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Let it be so. And so it is. Whew. Well, all right, y'all. I understand. The title says, I understand. Not somebody else understands, not they understand, not them, not her, not him. I understand. So you know where I'm going with this. That it is the work that you have to do. That you have to. My Chicago people online. Oh, Reverend Voice, it's your work. It's your work. So when I say I, that means you're saying I understand. So when I talk about the principle of understanding, it is the intellectual and the spiritual melding of your wisdom and your experiences of those wisdom coming together, and that you are working and walking and doing what you know to do. So Jay, come on, let's tell them where our lesson is coming from this morning. Proverbs 4 through 9 says, take this to heart and do what I tell you. Live. Sell everything and buy wisdom, but forage for understanding. Don't forget one word. Don't deviate an inch. Never walk away from wisdom because she guards your life. Love her and keeps her eye on you. Above all and before all, above all and before all, do this, get wisdom. But write this down at the top of your list. Get understanding. Throw your arms around her, and believe me, you won't regret it. Never let her go. She'll make your life glorious. She'll make your life glorious and stress free. She'll garland your life with grace, and she'll festoon your days with beauty. Woo! Now, somebody just ought to rest right here and right now that you know there is a knowing that you have that once you understand, because the title of the message says, once you understand, you won't regret it. Your life can be glorious and stress free, no fretting at all. So I want to read you a little something right now. It is July, the month of understanding. And this comes from my favorite book, one of my favorite books, because I love books and I love reading. And even though I have a Kindle, I like the feeling of a book in my hand. And this comes from Until Today, my own bound and signed copy. Yes, it was a gift from the Dr. Young Levan saying, I will gain more understanding when I realize that each person has an experience of the experience they are having. Let me tell you, it could be 5 or 10 people in the room and you all see the same thing and witness the same thing. But guess what? Everybody is going to have their own experience of what either happened or what they heard. In life, certain people will impersonate understanding. They will smile at you. They will assure you that everything is just fine. They will make you feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside. They may even say, yes, I understand. Yet, when the moment comes for a demonstration of understanding, what you will get is misinterpretation, misrepresentation, miscommunication, and you will probably get blamed for the misunderstanding. Certain people will impersonate compassion and concern. They will have you convinced that they have your best interest at heart. However, when the moment calls for a demonstration of compassion and concern, all right, what you will experience is abandonment, betrayal, rejection, insensitivity, abuse, and or neglect. Oh Lord, do not be alarmed. Don't worry about it. Do not be shocked either. Be aware that we are all different experience and different definitions of the same experience. We have different experiences and different definitions of the same experience. What we hear, do, and expect in life is always based on your own personal experiences. That's the I. When we interact with others, we must understand and expect that we may not be on the same page or in the same book of experiences. Unless we take the time to gain clarity in the beginning, we may find ourselves in the company of experienced imposters. Experienced imposters. Did you hear that? Experienced imposters. But until today, you may have assumed that just because they say so, others know what you know, feel what you feel, and will do what you do just for the day. Be devoted to putting forth the effort and energy required to gain clarity at the beginning. Define your words, identify your expectations, clarify what you are saying and what you understand about what is being said and what is expected from you. That's the I. All right. So today, be devoted to gaining clarity. All right. Thank you, Reverend Sister Eon Levan said. Yes. Yes. There are there are imposters out there. They say that they understand, but how they're walking that doesn't ring true. So let's go back to the beginning. Let's define some things. Let's define and see the distinction between these words of knowledge and wisdom and understanding. And I'm going to give you one more at the end. So I know as students of Transform and Love Community, you already have your pencil and paper ready. So, all right, J Love, let's go with it. All right. So when you go to the beginning of anything, you want to know the distinction of the words that we're using. All right. So knowledge and wisdom and understanding, and sometimes people use them interchangeably. All right. So these are all great qualities that every human should possess to live a more noble life. We all aspire to live this life that God intends for us to live, but we're human. And so we have to keep going back to school and getting those lessons, right? So we go to school to gain knowledge, hold on to our conviction, to achieve wisdom, and reflect on our own doings to achieve understanding. Our own doings. The Bible first says, lean not on your own understanding, because sometimes the things that we think and we feel and we want to act on are not in alignment with the Spirit of God. Okay, Jay? So we're going to break down the differences between knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. All right. So, knowledge is the collective information and facts acquired through education or experience. That means where you went to school, what your mom and daddy taught you, what you learned along the way, your mentors, I I know people that got more degrees. When I tell you they're MDs, MBAs, RNs, SCTs, whatever it is, they got more degrees and a lot of knowledge. All right. And yes, knowledge is power. However, wisdom is the quality of having good judgment based on what you've done. It is popularly known as the ability to discern, seeing beyond what you see physically. So, if knowledge is power, wisdom is your choice to use it and apply that power. Because people will sit around and know, I know this, I know that. Oh, I knew that. I knew this, whatever. Yeah, okay, but did you use it? And if you used it, how did you use it? Did you use it for good? Now, understanding is the realization of your decisions. Did you hear what I said? The realization of your decisions. It is knowledge and wisdom put into action. It's knowledge and wisdom put into action. So, if knowledge is power and wisdom is your choice to use that power, guess what? Understanding is the execution of your choice to use that power. And we develop understanding when we practice what we preach. All right? I can stop right there. I don't really have to go any further because guess what? People will know that you have an understanding of a job when you do it and you do it well. So they can say, wow, she understands this process. She understands how this works because guess what? I'm doing it. We have to practice what we preach. So if we take our knowledge, the things that we know, we learned in school from our parents and all of that, and we partner that with wisdom, making good judgment choices based on the things that we know and what we've learned, we can walk it out through understanding because guess what? That's the execution of the knowledge and the wisdom that we have. We got to walk what we know. We got to talk what we know. That's how people know we understand the principles that we live or we aspire to live. That's how they know. You know love when you see it. You know peace when you see it. You know imagination when you see it. Okay? So be about executing your knowledge and your wisdom. All right, Jay. So guess what? Now that we know the distinction between knowledge and wisdom and understanding being the executing of what you know and your right use of your will, all right? How do you obtain them? All right? So, of course, we know that to gain knowledge, we go to school, we read, we listen, we see, we experience, we study. That's why at Transform and Love Community, we have classes, we have workshops, we do Tuesday classes, we do the first Fridays with Reverend Nicole, we do Sunday services, and then Rev is on Facebook and YouTube. 9 days of prayer. Did y'all get the 9 days of prayer? Oh my God. All right. So all of these things are coming together to gain knowledge, to get familiar with certain things. And you got to know that without a true interest or passion, one can only, you can hardly acquire knowledge. Now, to gain wisdom, one has to have knowledge first and then use conviction to make a good judgment out of that knowledge. That means your choices. How are you choosing? So, no matter what or how intellectual or knowledgeable a person is, if he cannot distinguish what is right or wrong, he cannot be considered a wise person. Don't you all know some educated fools? And I know calling people fools, that's a judgment, all right? But people who just don't know the difference between right or wrong. They have knowledge, but they don't have good judgment. And you know how I know? Watch the news. People are just not making good choices. I saw a video the other day, and the young man was just shooting the gun all out in the street or whatever. And I was I was shocked and stunned. And I was like, well, that's not going to end up well for anybody. It's not going to end well. So to gain the wisdom, all right, we want to use our convictions and what we believe and what we know to make good choices. Okay, Jay. Now, how do we obtain understanding? One has to have, of course, both knowledge and wisdom first, and then put them into action. You must know, make a choice, and then practice that choice that you have made. And in order to have wisdom, you have to walk your talk. You have to do what's right, not just know it or judge it. You have to do it. That's the demonstration. That shows that you understand. That shows that you understand what compassion is when you come and you give your thoughts to people who are hurting or whatever. They know you understand compassion. See, God didn't put us down on this earth. You know, I heard a song this morning by Leslie Odoms Jr., and I thought about you, Reverend Linnell. I swear to God, I did. He said, I have standards. I have standards and I'm not compromising them for anybody. So when you get to the point that you know and you've studied and you have wisdom because you're making right choices or whatever it is, and you can stand on the choices that you have made, baby, you got standards. And don't you get off, as Rev says, this stand on it, stand on it. Don't you get off your mark for anyone. Hold on to your standards. He said, and I'm keeping my standards until I die. I was like, yes, Lord. All right. So hold on to your standards. As long as they're in alignment with the will of God, your choices have to be in alignment with the will of God. All right. So to gain understanding, walk what you know, use your wisdom, use what you know, and walk it out. I always say, you can go to the next one, Jay, that you have to be in alignment with spirit, that what you think, what you feel, what you speak speak and how you move is in alignment. You cannot be talking one thing, saying something else, and then doing something else. You are out of order. You're out of order. All right. So, how do we apply these things? How do we apply our knowledge, our wisdom, and our understanding? How do we apply them? So, knowledge can help you become a more intelligent, a higher learned person. If you get good grades, it can help you start a profitable business. You can have a healthier life because you've gained all of this information about what's good in the body and for the body. You can build lasting relationships and survive most of life challenges. What would you know? But wisdom can help you choose to apply your intelligence and honor and profit and health and love and strength the right way. Wisdom is choosing to use your knowledge or power in the best way you know how, because we're all still learning. And are we going to make some missteps and some mistakes? Absolutely. But with more knowledge, you don't stay there as long as you used to. There are things that used to make me so upset, and I would just fume with them. I would hold that in my body. And even if it didn't feel good, I was still holding on to it. But guess what? I got wisdom now. I have gotten wise. As this don't feel good in my body, I have to let it go. So I'm using my knowledge in a better way. And that makes me powerful. That makes me powerful in my core. And then understanding to apply that, it can help you become a more practical person. Since it is the ability to put your knowledge and wisdom into actions, it will help you walk your talk and achieve actual results. But you want some good results, all right? Now, even based on what you know and using your wisdom and making right choices or whatever, can something always go askew? Absolutely. At the beginning, I told you, you have to understand that there will be some moments where you're not going to understand anything that's going on, but go with it because everything is purposeful. It's all purposeful. All right. Okay, Jay, you have to know everything is purposeful. Everything. No matter what's going on in your life, no matter how it's going on in your life, it is purposeful. You have to deem what value it has brought to your life and to your world. You deem that based on what you know, how you using your power of knowledge, the choices that you're making, and how you walking it out. How you walking it out. All right. We were just basking in the light of the dark side of the light chasers was our study, and then Rev came in with the event that we had with Bring the Light. And man, we were basking in that, and everybody at the event was an element of light. They were sunny and sunshine and the moon and the stars and whatever it is. And based on what we know and what we have been taught, we can walk that. We can walk in the light and we can be the light. We can be all of that. All right. So I got one more principle for you to help you go higher and deeper and further. Is that possible? Is that possible to go higher and further and deeper than knowledge and wisdom and understanding? Is it possible? Yes. And it might just be the ultimate form. And what is that principle? Insight. Insight. Insight is the capacity to gain an accurate and deep understanding of one's knowledge and choices. mm, a more accurate and deeper understanding of your knowledge and your choices. It is the ability to make your knowledge, your decisions, and action into a habit or a lifestyle. Come on, somebody. A habit or a lifestyle. When people look at you, they say, "Ooh, she's got a habit of excellence, of being excellent." Ooh, when you hear her, she has a habit of speaking only words of love. Ooh, mm, mm, mm. If knowledge is power, wisdom is your choice to use that power, and understanding is the execution of your choice to use that power. Then insight is the consistent execution of your choice to use that power. Consistent. That's the key word. Consistent. That means every day, all the time, no matter what. Every day, all the time, no matter what. Insight. How do you gain it? Of course, you must have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's what we've been talking about, right? And understanding is the execution of your knowledge and your wisdom. So, by persistently practicing and reflecting on them, one can gain insight and have more certainty of the future. We may not know what's going to happen in the future, but baby, with insight, you know that you can be grounded in the understanding that all will be well no matter what happens. There is insight that you know that you're going to make the best choices for you no matter what. You and all concerned. You and all concerned. So let's go, Jay. Let's as we wrap this thing up this morning of what understanding is and what wisdom is and how they interact with one another. There is a distinction. Now you know the distinction. Insight can help you become a happier and a more confident person. And since it is the ability to consistently practice, it will help you become more certain of the future. It will remove your fears and insecurities, thereby attaining real happiness and completeness in your life. The insight will help you to persistently and constantly practice your choices to apply your intelligence, your honor, your profits, your health, your love, and strength the right way, the right way, until you become more confident in the future. You can step out on this. You can step out on it. And when you step out on these principles, baby, you're going to step out on solid ground. Step out on solid ground. All right, Jay. So, guess what? These are my final thoughts. We need knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and insight to have a better life right now, right now, and in the future. What are you planning? And they always say, "Yeah, you want to know, you want to make God laugh, tell him what your plans are." But you can dream, you can aspire, you can plan, but ask God to come in to the planning. Insight seemingly appears to be the greatest among them, but the truth is, they all need each other. They all need each other. They work in tandem with one another. You cannot have wisdom without knowledge. You cannot have understood without wisdom. And you cannot have insight without understanding. They are steps or stages which we need to complete to truly achieve happiness and success in our lives. So that's it, people. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and insight. They work together. Allow them to be your friends. Allow them to walk with you every single day. Every single day. And I know, because everybody that hears my voice, all my TLC family and friends, we love a good principle, don't we? We do. We love a good principle. Always. That's right, Franny. Ask God to come into the planning. You know what? Let me say this. This is God 101. Okay? Invite me into everything. That's what God said. Okay. I just had to laugh. Invite me into everything. Invite me into everything. Invite me when your feet hit the ground. Invite me in. Invite me to walk with you. Invite me to use your voice. Invite me to walk with you and guide your every action and your choices. Invite God in everything that you do. That's right. Sandy Epps, we do love a good principle. But guess what? All God's principles are good. They're all good. Truly, truly they are. Oh, I want to thank you. I want to thank you. I also want to say that if this ministry has shared and given anything that has helped you grow spiritually, has helped you grow in knowledge, has helped you grow in wisdom, has helped you grow in your understanding, please choose to invest in this ministry. You can do that by giving a love offering. You can go to www.transforming love community and click give. There's so many different ways that you can give. We appreciate it. Because the lights still have to, light bill and gas bill still have to be paid. And we have a ministry who just supports our members and our friends, and so things still have to be done. There's always something to be done. Always. Once again, I'd like to thank a spirit known as Shahira Stevens. I thank you. I thank you. You just don't turn your pulpit over to anyone, and I'm honored. I'm honored. Truly, truly I am. I want you to be blessed. And as my angel Horace would say, I want you to be blessed, go your way rejoicing, but be a blessing to someone else. And may the light of God surround you. May the love of God enfold you. May the power of God protect you and the presence of God watch over you. Wherever you are, God is, and all is well. Thank you, TLC. Go your way rejoicing and have a wonderful holiday. Be safe, and we'll see you next Sunday for Reverend Tia Littlejohn. Thank you, J Love. Thank you.